In this video, we're going to be taking a look at Romans chapter 14, verses 1 through 4. Now accept the one who is weak in faith, but not for the purpose of passing judgment on his opinions. One person has faith that he may eat all things, but he who is weak eats vegetables only. The one who eats is not to regard with contempt the one who does not eat, and the one who does not eat is not to judge the one who eats, for God has accepted him. Who are you to judge the servant of another? To his own master he stands or falls, and he will stand, for the Lord is able to make him stand. Now, for whatever reason, a lot of Christians will wrap up a Roman study around chapters 12 or 13. But chapter 14 is actually quite important because there are a lot of things in life that are not absolutes. There are shades of gray, so to speak, even within the context of the day-to-day living of the Christian life. Paul has explained in previous chapters some of the obvious issues: sexual immorality, jealousy, selfishness, the need to love one another. Those are what we might call the non-negotiables, the things that really are sort of common sense regardless of one's cultural context when hearing the gospel, when hearing what Christ has done for them. But in Paul's day, remember that the central issue in the early church was this issue of Gentile observance of the Jewish law. Well, in Romans 14, Paul is going to lay out a general template for what it looks like to live in unity with someone in the church who profoundly disagrees with you on these negotiables as opposed to the non-negotiables. Just like he says in this section, one person has faith that he may eat all things. This would be, for example, the Gentile who comes to faith and does not feel any obligation to observe the Jewish feast laws. Conversely, but he who is weak eats vegetables only. Paul here is speaking of the one who is weak in faith, meaning one who does not fully comprehend what Christ has freed them from and into. Paul says that neither of these two should hold the other in contempt, as God has accepted them both.